Carlo falls down. Tempra to Arwin. Spider-Man lays it in.
I love that we're seeing more of those kinds of moves from Arwin Santos this season. You could really see that he's a lot more serious, a lot more focused, especially with his conditioning. That's why he's been able to make those kinds of moves again, taking his man off the dribble.
Kaduya. They go to Dagangon. Arwin really lost it. Carlo from way downtown. That short rebound ni Terzo, Escocio rather.
That wasn't a good possession at all for Basilan.
Inside, nakapwesto na si Wawi Escocio.
Kaduyak was the guy on him. Escocio recognizing the mismatch right away. And that's a nice pass galing kay Joseph Terzo. Veteran point guard making some nice dishes.
Arwin to Eman. Carlo swings it over to Dagangon. Rises for the jumper over Terzo.
7 points now in the game para kay Gab Dagangon, picking up from where he left off in that game against Quezon. Remember, he had 8 of his 10 points all in that second quarter.
Bonleon, no. Rebound, Escocio. Davao looks lifeless at the moment.
Yeah, not really good body language being shown here by the guys in white.
The assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Although we've seen some good plays like that, the defense hasn't been there the whole time. But Terzo trying to spark some life into his own squad with that 3-point shot.
It's 26-12, 14 points on lamang. Carlo got the step, finds Jervy, travel.
Yeah, he wasn't able to establish his pivot foot right there and took one step too many. Coach Ritz Alvarez telling Jervy to just shoot that ball instead of just trying to pass it. In that situation, that was certainly an area where he could make some shots.
Bonleon inside, had to adjust against Santos. Rebound nakuha ni Jervy Cruz. Jervy for 3, yes, and a foul.
That pass coming from Lorenzo Navarro right on the money, sakto, just when Jervy Cruz was stepping in top of the circle, in rhythm, knocking down that shot, +1. A rare opportunity for a 4-point play.
And Basilan already putting up 30 points on the board here in the first quarter. Alam mo yung feeling na parang hindi sila makapaghintay na makabalik agad sa court after that loss.
Panigurado yan. Panigurado yan. Because that was really a stinging victory from them, considering that they came from a big win. So we were actually hoping, I'm sure most of the people watching also in that game before it started, were hoping that it would be a match that would be tight until the end. But it was lopsided right off the bat.
Tama.
Quezon definitely established their home court advantage early sa laro na yon.
Arwin misses. Terzo. Tagala has time and he misses the runner. First quarter in the books. Here in Montalban, Rizal, Basilan Star Horse off to a fiery start led by Eman Carlo.
10 points in the game already para sa kanya. He and Gab Dagangon have been leading the charge here early in this game for the Star Horse. The ball movement has been on point. Their shots have been falling. The defense has also been able to stifle many of these Tigers. But Terzo coming in off the bench to try and save them from getting into a deeper hole sa laro na to. 30-14 ang ating score at the end of 1.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Second quarter about to begin here. Pero bago yan, balikan natin ang laro ng San Juan at Davao. Last week, natalo ang Davao. 79-95 ang score. Pero Javi, ang ganda ng pinakita ng Davao dito. They actually led in this game, huh?
Yeah, they were able to lead in this game, and they were actually in it until the start of the fourth quarter. But sa fourth quarter, talagang bumulusok na yung San Juan. And they outscored Davao 33-19 in that final frame.
No, and bilis lang ng pangyayari at natambakan itong Davao. Let's go to Andrea Indicio.
Obviously, with a depleted bench, Coach Arvin Bonleon says his players need to step up big time in this game. Arboleda has a dislocated finger, Beltran has a dislocated shoulder, Agovida has been out for a week due to a flu, Pari, Liagas, and Chavez will be missing out this game as well. Coach Arvin says most likely gigil manalo ang Basilan today with a series of losses that they had. But speaking of Basilan, Coach Arvin reminisced Season 3 when they won against the same team during the South Finals by default. Although this is a new Basilan team, he shared na iba pa rin yung feeling pagkaharap ko yung team na ito. It gives me a sense of some unfinished business. Sedalf, Javi?
Thank you so much, Andrea. Yes, nandun tayo dun. They qualified. They made it to the national finals because Davao Basilan could not. Were lost by a forfeiture due to health and safety protocols.
That was quite the time for the league and for the rest of us. But yeah, a lot of history between these two squads already.
33-16 ang ating score. Marwin on the break. Valin trying in vain. Arwin Santos lays it in.
Wow, that was vintage Spider-Man right there. Wow!
Sunod-sunod ang highlights dito. Jervy Cruz gets it to Navarro. Back to Jervy. Consi, no? Here comes Terzo. Spins, has to adjust, and that's short. 35-16. Alex Cabagnot uses the Jervy pick. Kabagi, no, masyado malakas. Pero Mingan. Foul by Enzo Hoson.
That got trying to tap that ball from behind.
This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Oh, those long arms still definitely amounting to a lot. Para kay Arvin Santos, may not be that high of a jumper anymore, but the smarts still very much there for the Spider-Man.
Slobido. They go to Escosio. Jumper from Wawi is short. Rebound. Navarro. 35-16. Enzo. Trying to get away from Escobedo. Naagaw ni Balin. Terzo ahead to Salubre. Saktong-sakto ang pasa ni Joseph Terzo.
Right on the money there. But Davao needs to string together some stops here. Still down by 17.
Arwin to Jervy. And also, that's last touch on Enzo.
Hoson yet to make a significant impact sa laro na to, only with just 3 points.
It's Terzo with a pass to Jansher Salubre. Easy two for Davao. It's been a struggle para sa kanila, but trying to gain momentum here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. That's our Gixer, fan of the game, born for greatness. Medyo mahiyain. Medyo nonchalant. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes and Head of Operations Emer Oreta. Back here at the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. 35-18. Seven minutes remaining here in the first half. Basilan with the lead. Escobedo now with Comia. Comia gets in the lane. The drop to Wawi. Couple of fakes and Wawi puts it in off the glass.
Small ball working off the timeout there for the Davao Occidental Tigers. They go to Jeff Comia, who slides up to the fourth spot. They use that double high setup and got it to Comia, who drives inside and gets it to Escocio. Pero maganda naging sagot dito ng Basilan.
Nagsak si Terzo doon on that Alex Cabagnot move. Escobedo for three. Gusto makabawi. Salubre with the rebound. It's such an interesting lineup here for Davao. Comia misses. The top ends up with Jimboy Pastoran. Poson. Down low they go. Adi Santos. Good fight shown by Salubre. Jervy Cruz. Good closeout by Escobedo. Terzo. Apat na gwal dyan, no?
Yeah.
Big.
And I think they're really trying to speed up the game as well on their side because nakikita nila sa half court hindi sila masyado nakakapuntos. These are one of the few times. But when they get an opportunity to push that basketball, mas tumataas ang porsyento nila.
6 points na para kay Wawi Escocio. The new and improved Wawi Escocio.
Oh yeah. Parang si Jay Collado eh.
Ayan, mas matindi to si Wawi yung pag-ano niya. Escobedo trims the deficit to 13. Halfway through this second quarter, three-point shot of the game brought to you by Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. Escobedo with all day to shoot. It's a timeout para dito sa Basilan. We'll be right back. That's our beloved Bismarck Baterzal. What a guy.
Bismarck ba talaga pangalan niya?
Bismarck. I saw his passport and the manifesto. John Apasible and Philip Manalang. Why do you find it so funny that his name is Bismarck?
No, because I didn't know at all. I mean, I wouldn't imagine Maki coming from Bismarck, right?
It is a... It's weird, but it works.
Yeah, I mean...
Kung alam lang ni... Alam mo?
Kapangalan, may kapangalan naman siya na player, so...
Oo nga.
I wouldn't mind that.
Tapos, ang gagawin ni Maki dyan mamaya, magano yan, bubuksan niya yung phone niya. Tapos, i-review niya, papakinggan niya kung ano sinabi tungkol sa kanya. We only have nice words for you.
Always.
Oo.
Always.
The
The very hardworking Maki B.
Maki B, I like it.
Yeah. Or you want Bismarck B?
Bismarck B, but look at that. Escobedo is feeling it. Davao needs him to have a big game.
You're right. You know, 21 points in their game against San Juan. He and Salubre combined for 45 points. This is a game where they actually need them again to do that and more.
Cabagnot with the basketball. 4 minutes remaining. Oh, inside. What a pass. Oh! Get that weak stuff out of here. Salubre will finish.
Defense to offense for the Davao Tigers. What a rejection coming from the smaller Jeff Comia.
That's your 4 guy right there.
Yeah, that's their 4 guy. They're playing some interior defense on a taller big man.
Pastoran will hit. And that is a timely 3 para dito sa Basilan from Jim Boy Pastoran to bring the lead back to 10.
And just the shot you need
11
to
rather, sorry.
restore the order, a little bit of order back on your side.
There's a whistle away from the ball.
That's going to be a handful for Omar Larupay, who's making a return to this Basilan lineup, trying to guard Wawi Escoso. Escoso may have trimmed down, but still very tough to guard on the block. Perhaps even tougher at this point.
Hindi mo talaga na makilala to si Wawi from previous seasons, you know.
Mukha na siyang action star, honestly.
Escocio. And this is the jumper. Tsaka dati hindi nagja-jump shot masyado yan, Avi. No, set shot lang yan eh.
Mismo.
Rebound by Wawi Escocio. He's got 5 rebounds in the game. Comia gets a running start. And a foul on Adi Santos.
I still very much marvel at the way that he's able to find ways to score that ball when he goes to the rack.
What I like about yung pagpasok dito din ni Joseph Terzo is that he's just putting his teammates in spots where they can be very effective. Yun, inintay niya na si Jeff Comia na makatakbo eh.
Tama ka dyan.
Abuelo lang. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances and Subok at Kompletong Appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And sometimes it's a very underrated part of the game. You know, we see all the finishes, we see all the, you know, yung mga mahirap na galaw, but you keep things simple and you just, you know, give your team an advantage when it's a position of strength for your teammate ang bigay mo ng bola.
You know, Terzo's been around long enough to be able to understand that quote-unquote, you know, underrated part of the game, because he knows, being already a champion in this league, he knows that that actually is a big part of the game that you need to give your team as the point guard.
Calo will miss. Valin with the rebound. Takbo ulit ang Davao. Janser Salubre leaves it to Escobedo. Comia puts it in. It's down to 7 ang lamang dito ng Basilan. 5 points for Jeff Comia. A big run here by the Tigers at the close of the second period.
Now it's Davao now putting on that great ball movement on display, showing Basilan that they too can move that rock.
Well, what about the effort from Jeff Comia defensively? This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ever since he's come in and moved up to the 4th spot, Davao has been on a different level.
Parang kita gubid.
He's had to fill in those shoes in this game. I mean, there's no other guy who could be suitable for the job other than Jeff Comia in trying to make up for the absence of Keith Agovida.
Pero Mingan, the kick out. Comia for 3. Got it. It's down to 4, Javi.
Keith Agovida is basically Mr. Do-It-All for Davao, but Comia is trying to be that guy here today against Basilan.
Dagangon, he stepped on the line. Terrific defense by the Tigers.
Mas madina yung depensa nila ngayon. They're forcing Basilan into tight spots, much like how Quezon did it in their last game. Look at the unselfishness here and the timely relocation as well galing kay Jeff Comia.
Pero Mingan, 10 seconds to work with. Tricky for 3. Rebound is Escocio. No. And Tempra secures the board. Pastoran. Calo. Kay Sherwin Concepcion. Calo for 3. Gets it to go.
Those are his first points here in the second quarter after scoring 10 in the first.
Escobedo will fire. That won't go. Rebound fought for. There is a foul away from the ball. Okay. I'm going back to that decision by Perominga to take the 3.
Not a good shot at all. There was an opportunity for them to try and get perhaps a final shot of this quarter, and now they give 22 seconds to Basilan to actually make that play.
44-37. Nabuhay na dito ang Davao in the second quarter. Concepcion turned over para dito sa Basilan. A final crack para dito sa Tigers. Escobedo with 7 seconds remaining. Terzo from way downtown. No. Malayo yun para kay Joseph Terzo. But you gotta like the effort here from the Tigers to claw their way back and make a game out of this. 44-37. Calo was a stud in that first half. 13 points on 3 triples para kay Eman, helping Basilan to a 44-37 lead at the break.
Nakan.
Coach, feel ko pinapakitaan kayo.
Nagsidagol. Fade away, one-hander.
James Sena, 15 points in this game, and he is featured in our Gixer Great Move of the Game, Born for Greatness.
This has to be the play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the top 10. Number 10. Tapos si Coach Egay. Reaction ni Coach Egay. Pero mo, yumuyo ko, natawa yan eh. Yumuyo ko.
Back to PJ. Against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa. Pero again, stretch na rin kasi yung mileage ng ibang players dito sa Cagers. Eh, no? Oh, what a finish!
Oh, Ramos had to improvise there. At he did that in successful fashion para sa Muntinlupa Cagers. A little run here being made by the guys in blue.
You know what I like about that? He was clearly decided that I'm going to challenge this defense of JJ Pido. And what I like also about it is immediately after he made that shot.
First basket of the game.
Sumayod siya doon at apat ulit ang lamang sa Mindoro. Dipsido from Alfred Flores.
Very shifty yung galawan na yun na si Flores.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Pactalio attacks, fakes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Mactalio, you know? Guys will always say, you know, when you see Mactalio with the ball, he always is gonna find a way to score. And right here, you know, scoop underneath.
Yaping, balik kay Alfred Flores. Malayo ito, galing sa tres! On net! Gutsy shot from Alfred Flores.
I gotta wake myself up. Parang feeling ko, linggo pa rin eh. Naalala ko pa rin si Toy Remocat.
Alfred Flores has come alive here.
Was the first assistant, and then they brought in Coach Onak Magtulis and Coach Richard De La Rosa.
Oh,
Both of
okay.
their teammates during their championship run before. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where did that come from?
And somebody's letting out a lot of rage.
They've had enough of turnovers. Ball got stolen, but not this time. More of Art and J-Boy Solis on the floor at the same time. Good cut.
Mactalio with a reverse.
That to me is really just understanding basic spread offense basketball. See this right here. Ball on the post. That weak side guy, 45, has to cut. And how about that control of Mactalio.
Dixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Coughs up the ball. 2 seconds remaining. Calo steps into a free. Knocks that one down to beat the buzzer. What a night for Eman Calo. May duda pa ba?
May isang quarter pa, pwede pa magbago isip natin. Pero sa quarter na ito, hindi magbabago ang isip natin that Emad Calo was definitely the best player.
Ah, parang wala lang ha. Talagang umiling-iling pa. Highlights of the game brought to you by
Masama pa yung loob.
the official hydration partner. Kani, left corner shot, no.
What a
Minus
rebound.
climbing the ladder, puts it back in. And a foul whistle on Mindoro.
Say it with your chest, Mr. Minus. After a beautiful play for the second chance, tulad nga nung sinabi mo, inakyat yung mataas na hagdanan. Hindi lang yun, umangat pa ng malakas. 3-point play pa ang kasama.
Halftime between the Basilan Star Horse and the Davao Occidental Tigers. The score is 44-37 in favor of Basilan, and the Star Horse looking very hell-bent on really making a good account of themselves in this game after that devastating loss to Quezon last Saturday. But Davao Occidental, they're really trying to make a good fight back sa laro na to, especially towards the end of that second quarter, Sidel, where the Tigers went on a huge run anchored on the playmaking of Joseph Terzo and the shot making of Jeff Comia.
Well, you gotta admire yung pagbangon ng Davao in that second quarter kasi they were really forceful and they were really trying to get the best out of the unit that they had on the floor. That was the death five para sa kanila. Kung titingnan mo yung kombinasyon ni Escobedo, Terzo, Salubre, Comia, and then Iscosio.
Yeah, well, ever since Jeff Comia moved up to that fourth spot, I mentioned it towards the latter part of that second quarter, that's really where Davao's game started to change for the better. Their defense was tighter, the pressure was more intense, and the offense just continued to flow.
Ang pressure dito for Basilan is that when that lineup shows up again, and they won't have a lot of leeway now because dumikit na dito yung Davao. And when that lineup shows up, that's gonna be, might be another problem for them having.
And Basilan has had some history this season wherein they would give up leads like this that they established early in the game. And that's why this third quarter is very crucial for them. These first few minutes of this period, very crucial for them in trying to re-establish control sa laro na to. They don't want to give Davao that semblance of confidence again because Davao they certainly showed us in that second quarter particularly that they can build on that momentum.
There's a takeaway here. Dagangon, the kick out to Kaduyak. Tempra. Goes to Eman Calo. Calo down low to Tempra. The extra pass to Arwin who muffs the layup. Here comes Jeff Comia. Gets it to Terzo. From downtown, Terzo misses. Iscosio. Still no go.
I really think that other line at the top of the three-point line is confusing a lot of the players.
Yes, absolutely. I have to agree with you. We've seen that here. And Arwin gets blocked right there by Alano. A tap by Arwin Santos. Calo is open. That's a three. Mintis. Rebound is Santos. Ball knocked away by Comia. Calo to Gab Dagangon. Will fire. In and out. Rebound is Jeff Comia. Oh boy, this has been an exhausting stretch.
Yeah, both teams starting off a bit sloppy here in the third quarter, but gotta credit both teams' intensity on the defensive end. They're really having active hands, trying to bother the control of the basketball of each player.
Kaduyak, it's a blocking foul.
And he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. That's,
Ano na yan ha? Medyo matibay na yan ha, si Kaduyak ha.
yun na nga.
Bumangga kay Iscosio. Giba.
Tingnan mo naman. This was a attempt to save for Eman Calo.
Si Sir Jerry, nandun kasi. Nahiya si Sir Jerry.
Always
Sir Jerry, paano ba yun? Sir Jerry.
comedian on the floor.
Takot si Eman kay Sir Jerry.
May talagang oras si Sir Jerry na hindi mo pwede talagang
Hindi siya unbothered.
you cannot wrong him for that.
And that's Gab Dagangon. It looks like it is a milestone para dito kay Gab Dagangon. He He's joined the 5,000 point club.
Nice screen set there by Arvin Santos to allow Gab Dagangon that space to catch and shoot. And his teammates very happy for him. Obviously, a lot of celebration right now from his teammates.
It's been a while, but he's reached the milestone, Gab Dagangon.
He's been here since season 1, right?
Yeah. And Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes congratulating Gab. 1,000 points para kay Gab Dagangon. The last game day natin, I think Mike Cañete reached the mark here.
And we're also going to be celebrating Mike Cañete's birthday today, by the way.
Uy.
So it's a birthday game for Mike Cañete later against Pasay.
Congratulations, Gab. And we continue with the action.
It's a great feat and also a great way for Gab to remind himself to just continue what he's been doing. He's been one of the more reliable performers for Basilan recently.
Escosio, tightly guarded by Tempra. Na kay Terzo ang bola ngayon. Under 8 minutes to play. Jolas fires a 3. Escosio with a rebound. Wowie is blocked by Arvin Santos.
The rim protection for the Spider-Man in this game has simply been incredible. Oh my!
No good. Terzo. Nagmamadali. Bigay kay Escosio. Wowie! Basket and one.
Nakita mo na mas nagagawa niya na talaga yung mga gusto niyang gawin because of his improved shape. Ito si Wowie Escosio. But again, gotta give a lot of credit to Joseph Terzo for making that happen.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners. Ang masasabi ko lang kay Wowie Escosio, sana all nakakagalaw ng ganyan sa court.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, balikan lang natin yung sinabi sa'yo ni Mr. Lawrence Paul Victoria, Kuya, kaya mo.
It is going to be a journey.
It is always going to be a journey, Mr. Tupas, but I think you're very capable of doing that.
Thank you for the trust and confidence.
Of course. If there's one guy who can do it, it's you.
Aba, start na ako bukas, day 1. Terzo, that's his 3rd miss of the quarter. It's a good thing na hindi rin nakakashoot dito ang Basilan, no? They've stayed within 8.
But you know, the defense from both teams have been constantly at par here in the 3rd quarter with each other. Kaya pareho rin silang nahihirapang pumuntos. Although they've been getting some good looks, it just hasn't been falling. But that's really because of the pressure put on by both teams' defenses sa start pa lang ng mga possession. Kaya pagdating ng oras na titira, medyo may pagod factor na rin that's seeping in.
Arvin goes back to the bench. Pinalitan ni Sherwin Concepcion.
No, quality minutes definitely galing kay Arvin Santos here in the 3rd quarter. May have missed the layup, but the shot protection, crazy. Still very much there yung kanyang timing. And Terzo taking the heavens. Finally knocking down a 3-point shot.
Former teammate Eman Calo won a championship together a few years ago.
This is actually Eman's former team. Tama ka nga dyan.
Concepcion for 3. No. Escobedo with a rebound. Davao within 5. Comia puts on the moves. Comia lalim yun. Back the other way, Basilan. Kaduyak to Dagangon. A foul given up by Terzo.
A Judy foul to prevent what could have been an easy 2 points there para kay Gab Dagangon. There was nobody else behind him to try and stop that shot, and Dagangon very much confident in that.
Let's bring in Andrea Indicio.
During the halftime sa panig ng Basilan, they said Davao started to catch up when we started playing one-on-one, when we've been doing things individually and not letting offense come to us. Basically, they need to go back to what they were doing in the first half or first quarter na mas maganda nga daw yung rotation ng bola. Para naman sa Davao, Coach Arvin said speed ang naging advantage namin come the second quarter and we will keep doing the same. The only problem is how will we rotate our players to sustain them in the last 20 minutes. Siguro daw every 2 to 3 minutes ang labas at pasok ng players niya. Again, with only 10 in his rotation, kahit na they are on a disadvantage, pag gusto mo, you'll do what it takes and it will show in your performance. Back to you guys.
Yeah, pretty much Coach Arvin asking his team to dig deeper in this ball game.
Yeah, that's for sure. But so far, so good. His players have been responding. All thanks as well to the leadership of this guy, Joseph Terza, but they turned the ball over there.
Eh, kasama ng pagod eh. Dagangon is fouled. 2 free throws coming up para kay Gab.
It's been a challenge for them, you know, really trying their best to pace themselves in this game. They're really trying to give it their all. They want this win. They need this win. I'm sure Harold Arboleda in his mind right now saying to himself, I wish I was there out there battling with my teammates in this all-important game, but unfortunately, injuries sidelining him.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
It could have been a big help sa laro na to, especially in trying to get the ball out of the hands of Terzo, Escobedo. You know, in times where they need to bring up that basketball and set up the offense, Arboleda pretty much a point forward in that regard.
51-42. Medyo mababa ang production ng dalawang kupunan here in the third quarter. The scoring has slowed down. Jan Salubre is back on the floor. Tagala is also there. Escobedo stops at the three-point line. He misses the three. Tagala with the rebound. Escobedo thought about it. The foul given up by Kaduyak.
First of all, Kaduyak thought that he was pushed by Tagala, but I think he won that rebounding battle fair and square. Escobedo using that cat-like quickness to try and beat ito si Raymar Kaduyak, knowing that foul.
Escobedo drives. Escobedo masyado manakas. Look at Wawi Escosio fighting against 3 Basilan players, but the Star Horse prevail. Cambagnot. They go to Concepcion, has the advantage against Salubre. There's a double team. The kick out to Cambagnot. 12 seconds in the shot clock. And the crunch man loses the handle. And Davao regains possession.
Very rare you see Alex Cambagnot mishandling the basketball in that way. That's going to be another turnover. One of the departments in this game where Basilan have really shot themselves in the foot. It's 42-51, 4:26 remaining in the third quarter.
Congratulations kay Gab Dagangon reaching 16,000 eh. 1,000 career points. He has 16 in the game. 8 of 8 from the foul line.
I don't think we're going to see anyone scoring 16,000 points, at least in the next 5 years, that's for sure. Because the guy with the most points right now is John Wilson. He has 2,000 plus points.
Ano ba yan? Dinlagyan nyo ng 1,000 sa ilalim. 16,000 tuloy ang Escosio. Out-muscling everyone. Hindi pumasok ang kanyang tira. Pero Mingan to Salubre. Blocked by Dagangon.
No, he just forced that one. It went to waste.
Oh!
Yung effort ni Wawi Escoso to really crash the offensive glass, but what a rejection.
Tagala with a big block as well. Pero Mingan, hindi niya binigay kay Escobedo. I thought Escobedo had a running start there. Salubre, pinilit. Inside, Escoso, he's fouled. There's a bit of a disconnect here with Davao with the way that they ran that play. This is not the way they came back into this ball game. Nagpapasahan sila kanina. And look at this big block galing kay Tagala.
What a run back right there on the defensive end by Tagala, not giving up on the play. You know, this guy has been doing a yeoman's job of working inside on the glass. He has had a ton of offensive rebounds in this game.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Escoso goes 2 for 2 at the foul line.
And he has given Davao multiple second chance opportunities, although they haven't been able to capitalize a lot on it. Just the fact that they're able to generate more opportunities, that's already something for the Tigers sa laro na to. It tires out the Basilan defense, which eventually gives way to the Tigers getting some good scoring opportunities.
Kaduyak will drive, bigay kay Jervy Cruz. Dagangon has it. Dagangon, miscommunication. Escobedo. Binigay kay Salubre, no good on the finish. Kabagnot against Peromingan. The crunch man, too strong on that attempt. Salubre to Tagala. 51 to 44. Scoring has really slowed down here in the third. Only 7 points apiece. Oh, Peromingan knocks down the jumper. Babasa lima ang namang.
Nice little jumper right there, galing kay Tricky Peromingan, beating his man off the bounce. And just a couple of dribbles, stepping into that jump shot.
Kabagnot goes to Jervy. Had to adjust. Jervy Cruz with a finish.
Escobedo did all that he could. Oh! Escoso all alone.
What a pass right there. Inside.
And that trims Basilan's lead to just 5 points here. See here that bullet pass by Wawi, or Raymart Escobedo rather, to Wawi Escoso. These two guys working well together. And 2 minutes and 18 remaining here in the third.
That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR. They will play a big part in our All-Star game. Sila magbibigay ng mga uniforme natin.
I'm very excited for that. That's gonna happen in Binyan.
September 6, mark your calendars as we will be in Binyan.
That's just a few weeks from now.
Green and pink and black ang ating theme for the All-Star.
Nice, huh?
Last year, purple and orange and white sa Zamboanga.
Very modern colors, huh?
Oo nga. Ganda, I didn't expect that it to turn out that, that striking.
It's nice. You know, it gives a really modern feel, and I'm sure it will attract a lot of our young fans to engage with us on that day.
And I think Binyan has a really, really strong fan base
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
They love their basketball there.
And syempre, yung mayor nila, Mayor
Syempre.
Jel Alonte, is an avid supporter of the league and really a big basketball fan.
No doubt about it. I mean, he's always welcome to anything basketball there in Binyan.
Minute and a half remaining, so thank you kay Mayor Jel for accepting and getting the hosting para dito sa ating All-Star Game 2025. Inside, they go to Adi Santos. Foul on Jancher Salubre.
And after that whistle was blown, but let's take a look at this play first.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Nakalabas si Wawi Escocio dun to defend.
Yeah, no, he wasn't anywhere near the shaded area, which left it to see Raymart Escobedo to deal with Jervy Cruz on that play. After that whistle was blown earlier on that foul that was committed on Adi Santos, Coach Rich Alvarez going to Lorenzo Navarro and telling him, just keep running the play, make sure that that ball is constantly moving. That is really where Basilan is at its best. I want to reiterate that because many times they fall into that complacent state where they try to go one-on-one, which was already mentioned in that report earlier by Andrea. At talagang nahihirapan sila skumor na ganun. Be it as they may that they have the talent to do that, medyo mas nadadalian lang kasi talaga yung depensa pag ganun eh.
It's 55 to 48. Here, Escobedo against Hoson. Raymart trying to dig in on Enzo Hoson.
Holding foul on number 15, Enzo Hoson is second. And that is the 14th foul for Basilan.
That's Basilan's last foul to give.
Nasasayangan ako, Avi, that they are not at full strength with Davao for this ball game, but I think they've done pretty well here to stay within the tails of the Star Horse.
Yeah, it would definitely be a much more exciting game, but they've done their best to make sure that they are in the thick of this fight.
Pero Mingan puts it in.
And both teams, they recognize the importance of this game. That's why both squads you see are really playing with that sense of urgency. More so itong Davao dahil they're currently trying to play catch-up sa laro na to, but they're not allowing themselves to fall deep. Oh!
That's the second block of Comia.
He's definitely been playing bigger than his height tonight. Ito si Jeff Comia.
Ito talaga si Ref Mike, oh. Pinawagan pa si Jeff. Tingnan natin ang nangyari dito. That's a big block.
It looked like it was all ball. Oh, yeah, that was a foul.
Don't challenge it. And they will challenge it. But okay lang. Kasi they will just use this as a sort of timeout para kay Coach Arvin.
Ay, yun naman talaga yung basis ng coach's challenge. You're really gonna be giving up one timeout. And it's a good way for you to regroup with 42.6 seconds remaining.
We'll be right back.
The Davao Occidental's challenge was unsuccessful. Foul on Jeff Comia is third.
So, unsuccessful challenge as we expected, Davi.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely had
It was an emotional decision.
Comia had a hand on the wrist of Adi Santos on that second shot, but big block on the first.
Hindi naman pala emotional decision kasi nga ginamit nila yung parang timeout na yun.
Oo, kasi panigurado, iniiwasan ni Coach Arvin yung mga ganang emotional decisions sa laro na to. He wants to make sure that everybody's emotions are in check for this game because they cannot afford to lose more matches.
It's a 7-point lead for Basilan after the 2 free throws from Adi Santos. And Davao has really stuck to this 4-guard lineup here.
Well, it's been working wonders for them, and Coach Arvin has already recognized that it's speed that has been the main advantage for them in this game.
Escobedo, the step back 3. Yes! And Raymond Escobedo trims the deficit to 4. 9 points. All coming from beyond the arc para kay Escobedo.
Just enough to beat the shot clock and trim this lead to 4.
Cabagnot finds Adi Santos. Scoop layup. A really composed response from Basilan. But here come the Tigers again. 59 to 53. Just, inching closer. They were down by 7 to start the third quarter. Ngayon, 6 na lang. Highlights of the game brought to you by Ciplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Wawi Escoso embracing the role here as Davao's main big man sa laro na to, really crashing the glass, scoring inside. And Raymart Escobedo, wow, hitting big shots here and embracing the big moments of this game to help his team get to within 6 at the end of 3. A very good spot for Davao to be in heading into the final quarter.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. We're back here at the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal.
The very cool and cold Inares Center in Montalban.
You always bring your jacket when you're here.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way the second time we had a game here early in the season.
Ako rin.
Sabi ko, hindi, mainit naman. I'm sure kakayanin naman.
Ginawa ko, nag-shopping agad ako ng mga jacket.
Well, it's also about that time of the year when the weather gets colder anyway. So, tamang-tama lang naman talaga. Tsaka maulan naman na eh.
Cabagnot, the 3, no good. Escobedo rising up for that rebound and they get the stop. Davao. Jeff Comia. Ginamit ng pick ni Escocio. Nakahawak sa jersey si Santos. Comia will miss. That should be a foul on a black shirt. Okay.
It could be on Enzo also.
Adi Santos.
Oh, Adi Santos.
Nakalagpas yun kanina yung kanyang hawak sa jersey ni Wawi. Escobedo will shoot the 3 and knock it down. Raymond Escobedo, what a player.
Yeah, this kid is really something special. And he has shown us multiple times this season that he can shine in the big moments.
There's a certain comfort level para kay Escobedo. Oh, they will count it. They will count it. Continuation para kay Alex Cabagnot.
The crunch man trying to take over here for Basilan at the start of the fourth quarter.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
At konting gulang lang galing kay Alex Cabagnot doon as he tried to get by Jeff Comia. A little use of that hook with the right hand.
I thought he took one dribble there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good call.
Okay, they
I
reversed
thought
it.
I thought it took one dribble.
Number 29, Jeff Comia.
Bago siya na gather
Yeah.
for that shot.
John Salure comes in for Joseph.
Yeah, that's a good call.
But number 4 on Jeff Comia, that's a development that we have to. Is it number 4? That's a development that we have to follow here. Cabagnot, they go to Jervy Cruz. They converge on Jervy. And Jervy is fouled. So, you know, ito dalawang kupunan. You know, you put a... Magano ka di... Uy! That's 5 on Jeff Comia.
Wow. Yeah. So tama ka nga kanina, 4 na siya kanina.
That's a huge development here.
Especially with the way Jeff has impacted this game for the Tigers. He comes out with, I can't believe that he's only scored 8 points in this game. Comes out with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been almost the main instigator of his comeback attempt for Davao. Not just because of the baskets he's made, but the energy he's brought.
Let's go to Andrea.
Building confidence is the goal for the Star Horse now, which is quite interesting considering the names listed in this team. Sabi nga sa akin ni Jervy Cruz, sa tingin ko sa side ng mga bata, mas nangingibabaw yung respeto sa mga veterano, which is good, but can also be negative kapag nagkakaroon ng gap. Alex Cabagnot added, it's tough to bridge the gap, but at the same time, he sees a lot of potential in his younger teammates. Looking back in his younger years, he said, yes, he was also a hard worker, but what made him who he is right now was his faith. Faith to God and faith to whatever that is happening to him, good or bad, has a purpose. His experiences, wala siyang tinake negatively noon. Either you win or you learn. A kind of mindset that any basketball fan from all aspects of life can learn from. Back to you guys.
That's such a positive mindset that could go a long way for Basilan. Well, that's what Jervy Cruz has brought here sa team na to, no? And they need it. It's been one character test after another this season, Javi.
Tama ka dyan. And, you know, you wouldn't expect that itong team pa nga ang dadaan sa ganong klase ng paghihirap because with the talent that they had at the start of the season, you would expect for them to go over the course of this season smoothly and easily, but that has not been the case. And that just reiterates the fact that it really doesn't matter if you have the best talent on your team. What really matters is how you're going to be able to see those players gel with each other and develop the chemistry. How fast can they do it?
And right now, the Star Horse coming up with a really strong response here. Back-to-back possessions, they've converted into baskets. Cabagnot and then Kaduyak with a big-time 3.
At yan ang isa sa mga bagay rin talaga na feeling ko kailangan rin talagang pagigihan ng Basilan na talagang i-solidify nila heading into these final stretch of games and also heading into the playoffs. The ability to respond when the opponent starts making a comeback attempt, because we've also seen that many times during their losses kung saan lamang na sila at nahahabol sila, eventually they lose in the fourth quarter.
Escobedo against Kaduyak. 8 seconds to work with. Raymart uses the Tagala pick. Andy Santos is there, pero Mingan leans in, no. Battle for the rebound, nakuha ni Salubre. Janser, the fake, no. Kaduya comes away with it. Dagangon leaks out, and Gab Dagangon will miss the layup. Salubre, nagmamadali, dire-diretso. That's a hard foul. Got hit. Ito si Janser Salubre by Alex Cabagnot, not intentional.
And he apologizes right away. He has struggled in this game. Ito si Janser Salubre.
Are they gonna upgrade this?
I think they're gonna review it. Salubre, after scoring 24 points against San Juan, has only scored 4 points in this game.
Gotta give credit here to this undermanned Davao Occidental team. Just pushing Basilan here. They were down 19 in the second quarter, 33-14, Javi.
Oh, yeah.
And things really look bleak for them.
Yeah, Basilan was ready to break the game wide open heading into the halftime break, but Davao just wouldn't let that happen. Again, as Jeff Comia moved up to the 4th spot, the energy became different for them.
We will stand with the call of foul.
Yeah, just a regular foul. I think hindi naman na, well, there was no wind up in that hit. Just trying to slow itong si Salubre down was Alex Cabagnot.
Yeah, but I'd rather have that. A little bit of delay and then checking kung, after what happened
Oh, yeah.
in the last Monday.
Now we want to make sure that our players will be safe on the floor.
Safety is paramount. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Split at the line for Janser Salubre. Cabagnot tightly guarded by Peromingan. Cabagnot, right-handed layup, no go. Kaduyak, the pass to Tempra, who misses. Escosio with a big rebound. Here's Escobedo. Wawi can't get to the basketball. Peromingan, Tagalan, now Escosio. Dagangon ready to help. Wawi muscling his way in, no good. Great defense by James Tempra.
In fairness to James Tempra, he's been playing Escoso all game long, and he has prevented Wawi from getting that basketball on the block a lot of times. And then on the ensuing play offensively, you get Cabagnot to step into a 3 in transition. And this brings the lead of Basilan back up to 10.
Salubre trying to answer. He does. Janser Salubre with 8 points in the game. It's a 7-point lead. 3-point shooting. Basilan 12 of 28. Davao 8 of 23. There's still no sign of Eman Calo here, Javi.
You're right, yeah. After scoring 13 points in the first half, he was actually the main reason why Basilan, together with Gab Dagangon, was able to establish that 19-point lead in the first half. But here it's Alex Cabagnot who has been taking over in this 4th quarter for the Star Horse.
7 of his 10 points coming here in the 4th. Escobedo to Tagala. The swing to Peromingan was deflected. Tricky. Travel.
Traveling. Joseph Denzel or Josh.
Basilan's defense standing strong there, keeping themselves in front of each man. At here, Cabagnot playing with Raymart Escobedo back to the basket.
Grabe yun. Ito, balik sila ulit kay Alex Cabagnot. Now a bigger, tricky Peromingan on him. Cabagnot finds Santos, blocked by Escobedo. Terzo for 3. That won't go. Rebound picked up by Terzo. Escosio sa ilalim. Naagaw ni Cabagnot. He gets it to Dagangon. Numbers here for Basilan. Tempra will lay it in. Oh! Offensive foul, says referee Maynard Centeno.
Which brings a lot of celebration to the face of Janser Salubre.
Yun.
There you go. There was a ward off.
Salubre celebrating that offensive foul. Salubre inside. Pinilit ni Janser. Dagangon leaks out. Gab Dagangon. Unnecessary from Tricky.
He could have just let it go because he was already pretty much behind Dagangon on that play. And now he allows Gab to try and extend this lead.
Now Dagangon makes it an 11-point lead.
Coming in for Huawei is Kosho.
You know, you would admire the effort, but in situations like this, you also have to be smart about the fouls you give. I know that he was just trying to prevent an easy basket, but you were just so far behind, and you're down by double figures at this point. You want to try and avoid getting into a deeper hole, especially with only 4 minutes. You know, the clock's somehow ticking right now.
And Job completes a 3-point play, 73-61. Escobedo. Nandun si Tempra. Escobedo finding his way inside. The fadeaway won't go. And Tempra will get the rebound. Dagangon. Back out to Kaduyak. Tempra to Cabagnot. Inside Tempra. He'll get the roll.
Alex Cabagnot has repeatedly toyed with the pick and roll defense of Davao this entire fourth quarter. He's flirting with a triple-double tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists for the crunch man.
Salubre for 3. No go. Escobedo keeps it alive. Terzo. What's that? What's the call here?
I think the referee seeing that Escobedo ran out of space there, stepping on the line.
Basilan able to stem the tide here.
Comes in for Tricky Peromingan.
Tricky Peromingan goes back to the bench.
But you could just really see the difference in not having Jeff Comia on the floor in this fourth quarter para sa Davao. It greatly, made it difficult for the Tigers here in the final frame to try and keep in step. Because Comia just really brought a lot of the energy on both sides.
Jan Salubre commits the turnover. And this is something, a teaching moment para kay Janser Salubre. A lot of decisions that he made in this ball game that he could have done better. Digging in earlier, getting too deep. The help was there. Hindi siya wasn't able to make the shot. Kaduyak has been steady. And if Kaduyak continues to be a really good spot-up shooter, Javi, then there's a new dimension to this Basilan game.
I agree. He gives a lot of boost to their outside shooting, and it gives Basilan another threat.
And kailangan na maging threat siya kasi he will be left a lot of times. He is going to be left wide open.
Especially with the way that he's played all season long. Many people expect for him to just pass that basketball most of the time, but with him being available for those shots, I'm sure that Coach Rich Alvarez will not be afraid to give him that license to keep shooting.
The 2 threes in this game, and especially dun sa corner, that was a big shot right there na parang nawalan ng it took the wind out of the sails of Davao as Janser Salubre. That is something that he can do. Salubre.
And Davao really still trying to make things happen here with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. It's a 14-point lead. But they're going to try and keep pushing here with still time remaining on the clock. Let's see if a miracle can actually happen for the Tigers.
Here's Cabagnot. Against Terzo. 8 seconds to work with. The crunch man gets it to Enzo Hoson. Hoson misses the layup. Escobedo. Terzo for 3. No. Rebound ni Enzo Hoson. Kabagnot looking for Tempra. Nabitawan ng bola. Dagangon from the corner. No. Adi Santos with the rebound. Dagangon will shoot.
I was surprised with that shot. They could have just kicked it out again and reset and get some time off the clock. Not a good shot there by Gab Dagangon. Luckily, they keep possession.
That's the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Kabagnot has 10 assists in this ball game. Is it 10 assists?
Yeah.
9.
9
Sorry,
9
9
for Alex
assists.
Kabagnot.
Dagangon with the rebound.
And that just might do it.
(79-63). Basilan finishing strong here in this ball game. Oson will launch the three and hit.
And so Oson, 3 points.
And they can be explosive, the Star Horse.
Oh yeah, you know, when the shots keep falling for them, they're a pretty tough unit to stop with all the talent that they have, all the shot-making abilities that these players have on their roster. They're a pretty scary team when that happens. Imagine they were able to mount this big second half surge without their top scorer in the first half in Eman Galo.
And let's give a quick shout out before we end the game. Chi Lopez, the idol natin photographer. Ralph Salcedo, the idol natin na graphic artist. And syempre si Mia Domingo still watching us. Davao, Basilan. And it's Basilan that comes out on top. 82-63, a big bounce back victory para dito sa Star Horse to tighten their grip there of their puesto in the South Division. And that improves their record to 11-11. They tightened their grip at 8th spot, having.
Yeah, they finally rise up to 500 and they're just 2 wins behind the Mindoro Tamaraos and the Binyan Tatak Gels. So Basilan can still set their sights on moving up in the Southern Division, but this is a big win para sa kanila, a big confidence boosting victory after that tough loss against Quezon.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And they're trying to get our best player of the game to come back. He flirted with a triple-double, 10, 10, and 9.
Just 1 assist away.
Oh, para kay Alex Cabagnot. And 7 of those 10 points coming in that crucial fourth quarter. The lead was down to 3, Javi, and then Alex making some big plays.
Oh yeah, he just wanted the ball in his hands, and Coach Rich Alvarez just let him weave his magic in that final frame, toying with the pick-and-roll defense of Davao and making sure they made the right decisions in those crucial moments where Davao was really trying to make a huge comeback.
Let's go to Andrea Indicio.
Maraming salamat. First of all, congratulations, Alex, for that almost triple-double performance. Alam mo, dumikit man ang Davao. Come the first quarter, you decided to take over. What was going through your head during that quarter that made you take over the game?
Well, first and foremost, maraming salamat sa mga tao dito sa Montalban. Sa Montalban Linares. The crowd is great. The gym is amazing. And I hope we just gave you guys a great match for a second game. Sana the third game is going to be a really battle too. So we just stuck to coaches' I won't call it strategy, but we just stuck to his strategy, I guess. And you know, we believe each other. We have faith in each other, and anything's possible with the grace of the Lord.
Alex, we know a win is a win. but the thing is, dumikit pa rin yung Davao despite their depleted lineup. Ano bang masasabi mo? Ano yung mga lapses or problems na you wish you guys addressed earlier?
We're going to watch film, so we could be 100% correct of our positioning, our alignment, and our pace. So as of right now, we're just going to enjoy the third game, watch this with this great venue, and sana magsamahan muna tayo, magbonding muna tayo.
Alright, pero ka ba mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
To all the MPBL fans, not just the Basilan fans, also to all the Basilan fans and MPBL fans and everybody here in Montalban. Maraming salamat po, and I hope we could come back here. I don't know the schedule. Ma'am Tel, are we coming back here? I don't know. Ma'am Tel is our, so I hope we come back here. I hope. God willing.
All right, maraming salamat. Once again, that was our best player of the game, Alex Cabagnot, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. And that was the it was quite an interesting post-game interview with Alex Cabagnot. But he's an MPBL fan.
If you guys can hear me, I miss you guys. I wish I could be here with you guys.
He wants to join the panel now. And he's still playing. So, yun po ang ating final score with Basilan winning over Davao. Up next, it's a good one. Pasay against Rizal here in Montalban. We'll be right back.